Hello and welcome to Fiona's Creative Canvas. I'm Fiona and today I'm going to do a river swipe. And what I mean by that is I'm going to have a background and then I'm going to do a swipe through the middle. I'm going to be using warm grey as my background colour. So something a little different. And then I'm going to use Arteza Metallics in a warm earthy tone to go through the middle. Now in the background, when I apply this, I'm actually going to give it some lacing by trying out some Titanium Buff Light. I haven't swiped with this colour before, but I thought it might look nice in the background on top of the warm grey. And then I'll do the metallics through the middle and I'm going to swipe with black for a big contrast. So let's get started. I'm going to pour this down first because I actually want to create my lacing first. I've left a bit in the cup. I'm going to put my river through here. But let's just try swiping with the Titanium Buff Light. If this doesn't work, I could scrape it all off, put it back into the cup and try again. But let's just see. So this is freshly made Amsterdam Titanium Buff Light mixed with 3 parts Australian Floetrol. And just tip a bit of that off. And this is on a 18 by 18 inch square canvas, which I think is 45 by 45 centimeters. All right, let's try this. That's one side, and it's definitely laced up. So I'm going to come back the other way, and I'm not going to worry about this bit back here. A lot of that's going to get tipped off, so all right. Alright, so I'm not going to go crazy with it because I just want that subtle. Now let's put down some metallics. And some white here. I guess I should go through the colours that I have. So this is Pearl White. This one's Pearl Deep Brown. This one is some marmalade mixed with a bit of burnt sienna. That is the white, but the gold. I might put a bit of brown on this side. And I've got a little bit of champagne gold here, which is a Decoart colour that I might drizzle on in a few places. White. Okay. Just adding a bit of extra colour. Now we've got the pearl, the champagne gold. So I'm going to put a little bit, I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of that through. So I'm going to have to come out there now because I've dripped that out a bit. I don't know if that's going to do much. It tends to react, so that's why I've only done a small amount of that. It pops up through, makes sort of pearls. All right, let's get the black on. There's a chance that I might do another swipe, but I'm going to see how this looks on its own. Got a lot of bubbles, I might pop those first. I've got enough paint. Gonna need to use the rest of that. We'll see. Alright, let's do this. I just want the black to really contrast. Just sort of evenly spread the black. Okay, here we go. Now I want to go up and cover that bit first. That is beautiful. I've got some white outline. I quite like this sort of here to here, which means everything needs to go across that way. Do I want to add anything else? Or am I going to keep it pretty simple? I could do the very edges and see that wasn't my plan though. I wanted to keep a big thick part going through the middle. So maybe I'll just keep it that way. I want to try and kind of double the size of this swipe. I'm thinking just about adding it will probably all get tipped off. But I just want to have a bit of fun. Okay, let's tilt. I expect these two bits are going to come off, but you never know. Going to go this way first, I think. Now I've tipped that bit off early on the side there to try and widen my colour. I'm gonna go the top, I think. Not much of that left. Let's put a bit of that just to help move things. And I'm missing this colour here. How's the rest of it looking? I think that background worked really well. Got some space that it doesn't have the lacing, but other than that it does. And I like the composition. I thought about changing it a bit, maybe tilting it this way ever so slightly. Like that. Yeah. Very neutral, just, you know, subtle. I'm going to torch that and then I'm going to bring you in for the wet result. Okay, here is the wet result. And you can see the background lacing. And then the coloured lacing. Black was definitely the best choice for this lacing. I think white wouldn't have looked quite right. There's not as much black as I expected though. But yeah, I actually quite like the softness along the edge there as well. This is going to dry darker, the background, so I'm interested to see how that colour turns out. This is a new colour for me that I've used in a couple of textured arts, so and it looks great on that, but I've been blending it with other colours, so I'm not sure how it's going to look on its own. I'll bring you back when it's dry. Okay, here is the dry result, and it has dried darker, so the colour is quite different than it was before. We've got some nice shine, if you can see that going through, and on the side, it even shines on the side. It's a bit hard to tell from this angle, but yeah, it's pretty. It's a very subtle piece. What do you think, guys? Do you reckon I should try this kind of thing with a different colour? Something a bit bolder maybe? Let me know what you think in the comments below. That's it for this one. I shall see you all in the next one. Bye.